Okay, breaking news. ESPN Shams Charania reporting that Bradley Beal has agreed to a buyout with the Phoenix Suns, and he is going to sign a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. According to Keith Smith over at SpotTrack.com, first year is going to be about $5.3 million, and the second year $5.6. Player option for the second year, meaning that if Bradley Beal resuscitates his career and rebuilds his value around the league with the Clippers this year, he can become an unrestricted free agent next year. So first blush, great move by the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, this is a team that needed, with Norm Powell's exit, they move him to the Miami Heat. They needed to fill the scoring void in case James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are not on the floor. And that is a big question mark for the Clippers. Is like, what happens if James Harden or Kawhi Leonard, who have not had the strongest injury histories and reliabilities in the past, what happens if one of them needs to miss significant time? Who's going to be the ball handler? Now you got it with Brad Beal. Norm Powell leaving. He fills the shoes left by Powell. And I got to say, like, the scarlet letter of having this guy on a max deal, one of the worst contracts in the NBA, you got to get that out of your head. Bradley Beal is going to be awesome for the Clippers at this number. That is a steal. Like, you're not going to be able to get a guy of that talent at this number of $5 million. You know, that's basically the non-taxpayer mid-level, what was left of the Clippers non-taxpayer mid-level exception. A player of Bradley Beal's caliber on the open market is getting $10, $20 million a year, not 5. So the Clippers, this is great business for them, is that they're getting a good scorer, a plug-and-play scorer, a guy who can do some ball handling and running that offense in the event that James Harden is hitting the bench, or he's not playing, or Kawhi Leonard needs a game off, because we know Kawhi Leonard isn't going to be playing 82 games next year. So Bradley Beal is not just an insurance policy. He's a great catch and shoot scorer that I think can be that guy off the ball, attacking closeouts, a guy who's finishing at the rim, doesn't get to the free throw line a ton, but that's what James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are for. And I mean, if you look at the deals that they've made, John Collins at the 4, you got Ivica Zubac at the 5, Derrick Jones Jr. also providing depth, Chris Dunn as your point of attack, elite perimeter defender. The same thing that we're saying with the Philadelphia 76ers. Like, if healthy, this team can make the conference finals. Same thing for the Sixers. Same thing for the Clippers here, is they got a lot of older veteran players who have iffy injury histories. And what they're doing now is stacking those veteran players to say, basically, we know we're not going to get these guys for the entire season. But in the event that Kawhi, Brad Beal, or James Harden need a night off, or they need someone else to shoulder the load, the scoring load, we've got those guys. Is it better? Is this team better than the Oklahoma City Thunder? No. I'm not going to put them on the same tier. I think they're a tier below. I think OKC right now is a tier above the entire NBA, not just in the Western Conference, but I think that they are going to be the defending champions next year. The youth, the improvement internally, just you got Nikola Topic, who is just coming in as a rookie, adding to the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team. Jalen Williams is back on an extension. Chet Holmgren extended. They bring back this core. I don't think anyone's touching the Oklahoma City Thunder this year. The Clippers are going to be in that thick of the race with Denver, with the Lakers, with Minnesota, trying to get into that Western Conference Finals against the Thunder. And I think the Clippers raise their chances of doing that. Phoenix Suns, on the other hand, this is kind of the white flag, right? They really screwed themselves with the Bradley Beal contract, trading for a guy who had a no trade clause with $60 million for the next 2 seasons. That's going to be stretched, a wave and stretch, meaning the next 2 years of his contract are going to be flattened to the next 5 years. Similar thing to what the Milwaukee Bucks did with Damian Lillard. Bradley Beal, though, is not coming off a torn Achilles. He's a much better player this upcoming season than what we could have projected for Damian Lillard. So Bradley Beal for the Clippers raises their chances of being in the Western Conference Finals. They might even be the favorite outside of the Oklahoma City Thunder to make the Western Conference Finals, competing with Denver, Minnesota, Memphis, Lakers. I'm probably missing a team in there. When you're looking at the contenders in the West, I still think OKC's the number one and not even close. No other team is going to be close. So can Dallas get in there if everything breaks right? Sure. But to me, it's going to be Houston, Clippers, and Denver in that second tier. Oklahoma City is still the favorite, but I think Bradley Beal is going to move the needle a little bit, but not enough to win the Western Conference Finals and to be a serious title contender on the likes of Oklahoma City and what I think the Cleveland Cavaliers can do if they all their core four are healthy and playing to their abilities. I think it's just OKC and the rest. Like, I think they're that good. And with Bradley Beal, the Clippers are going to be better. But to me, this is a smart move for the Clippers to get this guy on 10% of what he, I think, in the open market, or probably 20% of what he could get on the open market. Nice bit of work by Lawrence Frank and the front office there for the Clippers. And the Phoenix Suns, they're rebuilding around Devin Booker. They're retooling. Malawach is going to be a nice piece for them to rebuild, but they are done with contending at the highest levels, if they even were. I mean, the reason was, you can even look back to last year. They weren't even close. They didn't make the postseason. So this team was going nowhere, and this deal helps move them in the right direction, which is acknowledging that the KD era was a mistake, that the Bradley Beal era was a mistake. And now they can get some flexibility going forward, but this is going to be a while before they're able to crawl out of this hole that they're in. $20 million approximately going to be on the books for the next 5 seasons with Bradley Beal. Good on the Clippers.